Mheshimiwa?
Yes.
Vipi bana?
Niko salama sana.
Uko salama?
Yes sir.
Karibu sana kwa kikao.
Asante. Kwa majina ni Maina Karobia, Mwangi. Mimi ni mbunge ambaye amechaguliwa kwenda kuwakilisha Kenya kwenye jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki kwenye bunge hilo. Kwetu ni Kiambu County. Mimi ni mpigaji kura katika eneo hilo na ninaishi huko. I'm a focused young man. I know that this country needs a focused young generation. We need a young generation that is patriotic, loves its country, loves its government, loves also the citizens of the country. Pretty much I'm educated. I've gone all through the systems of all the levels of education, primary level up to tertiary level. Currently pursuing my master's in international relations at the University of Nairobi. And I must say that to this position, I'm not just looking at myself as a young person. I'm also looking at it from the value that I'm going to add in the assembly, both to serve the interest of our country, serve the interest of the president, serve the interest of the region also.
And before you were elected to EALA,
yes.
Have you tried politics before? This is your first time,
Let me tell you, nothing happens by accident. You must work towards it. I'm not new to politics. For the last 5 years, I've benefited from the mentorship, the guidance, and the schooling of His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and to whom I'm always grateful. I'm forever honored to work for him and also to represent him in various assignments that he has given me. So I'm not new. I was on that list by goodwill. I'm also the elect member of EALA representing Kenya by his goodwill and his mercy, because these things in politics, if you look at it, how previously we have been conducting our politics, it was more of having big name, having big pockets. But His Excellency the President, William Samoei Ruto, so potential in a young man, he has been watching me do the campaigns, do various activities within the party, and he saw value in me.
Mheshimiwa, you are making a lot of reference to the President.
Yes.
Yet there are claims kwamba wabunge wa UDA ama Kenya Kwanza waliitwa State House and they were given names of the members who were supposed to be elected.
No.
They were not one of them.
No, that is misinformation. Nobody gave members of parliament names. It was a competitive process. Elections were done in State House. Based on the decision that was made by Kenya Kwanza coalition of 5 members, personally, I abided with that decision. I looked at it like it was an end of my campaign, right from the voting that took place in State House.
Yeah.
So me, I went by my own business from there. I went on my own interactions with my fellow young people, my business, my ordinary day, and that's why even during the voting I didn't make it my business to call people or even remind them that vote for me on the floor. I went on my business. I went on the river road to interact with some friends there, have a cup of tea, and then I left it to God. I remember actually I was called by members of parliament of key interest. I would mention Mheshimiwa Mukunji, Mheshimiwa Kadhoni wa Moshomba, Mheshimiwa Jerry Maina, Mheshimiwa Kuria Kemani. I was also called by Mheshimiwa who? I was called by various Waheshimiwas. Mheshimiwa Ali Singanga, who is my member of parliament in Thika. I was to tell me that results are trickling in and it's fair to your side. Then I said, let me sit back. Then my fellow electee, that is Senator Falhada, called me and told me, where are you? I told her, my good friend, I'm way far away from town. Because I actually also left from from River Road. So she told me to come back. We are needed at the Speaker's Gallery. So I went to Parliament. When I was getting into Parliament, I met women leaders are waiting for me. It was so much. Let me say, this win is divine. It is not by any human comprehension or understanding that I won this seat. It is divine. Even how the sequence of activities, I must say that I can see the hand of God in this win. And praise and glory must always go to Him. So I went there. I didn't have a tie. The sergeant at arms and the officers, the parliamentary officers, told me that you can't go to the chambers without a tie. Even my dressing on that day was not parliamentary. It was more of a casual street operator. So I went there, and I was given a tie by one of the by a member of parliament, and I went to the Speaker's Gallery. Even as much as there were some decisions that were made, or the elections were conducted, members had the leeway, with the goodwill of the President, with the goodwill of the various stakeholders within our coalition, that the ultimate decision will be made by the parliamentarians on the floor of the House. And that's why I come in. Let me tell you, my good friend, you cannot become an operative, a politician at the level or to which we have been able to reach without the goodwill of the authority. The authority, that means the party leader. The authority means that the parliamentary leadership and other key stakeholders. You realize that my campaign was not owned by Maina Karobia. My campaign was owned by young parliamentarians, women leaders in our National Assembly and Senate, and also the youth of our country. Across board, you find that young people across Kenya Kwanza, Azimio, all of them, they would always send messages to the members of parliament and the senators to make sure that they elect me. I'm looking at myself as somebody who has been sent to go and look at how things are. The report I'm going to give there will not necessarily be giving that report, but people will be reading how I'm conducting myself there. And they are going to even judge my generation by how I'm going to debate and how I'm going to conduct myself. So upon myself is a very huge responsibility. Now you've been elected to EALA. Yes. What next? What next for you? It's no longer about me. It's about the country. It's about the president. It's about the region. And the reason as why I would say that is because once we go there, we are representatives of the Kenyan state and the Kenyan people. So we must serve, or whatever we say, whatever we do, must be in the best interest of our country and its people. And you can be sure that economic diplomacy is the mainstay approach of the current government. So my approach, my laws, the registrations that I will be putting forward in the East African Legislative Assembly, they will be to strengthen the economic diplomacy approach that is being used by His Excellency the President and the Deputy President and their government. So, my good friend, I look forward to you interviewing me in the near future and asking me how many proposals have I made, how many laws have I made, how many investors am I approaching to come and invest in our region. Because our future is not in the 50 million people that we have in our country. Our future is in the 300 million people that is in our region.